And after that third game, to be honest, that third game was a lot different than what I expected it to be.
There was a point in that game, I think it was like 14 minutes into the game, where there was this like ridiculous long drawn out team fight where you see like so many heroes. I loved Chappa's draft. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And like you never see them heroes really together on the team. Like Sven, Beastmaster, Tiny, like Gyrocopter. Like what? It doesn't really make any sense.
I mean, Slasher, you said about the draft seems like they're all counter picks.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It seemed like Chappa's draft. So Hellraisers, they got Wisp first, and then Chappa, they're like, well, let's take Tiny to counter that, and then Hellraisers, they get CK, and Chappa is like, well, we'll take Sven because it's pretty good against that. And
but they didn't actually play Sven like that though. So I actually think they did have the plan. Once they had the Tiny, they were like, okay. One guy on the team is like, it's my time. This is my draft.
I think it's pretty cool that they. I'm not sure how much they have practiced Sven with the guys, but we haven't seen much. I guess it
was really cool.
Yeah, like
it was.
The Tiny was.
And when they had the Alpha Wolf as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like 500 damage he has for.
Yeah.
See, all these Aghanims changes. I mean, it might take some time before they actually kick in.
And
but
this is just, and Sven's even getting a buff as well.
Yes.
I think actually, I think maybe it was the second Roshan they took, about 20-25 minutes. They actually decided to give Aegis to Gyrocopter at that point. And at that point, Tiny also had his Aghanims and he was pretty farmed. And I really expected them to give it to Tiny because Gyro, he has BKB, he should be able to survive. And with Tiny, you can just go in siege with the Aegis and just start whacking away. But I'm not sure why they decided to give Gyro that.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe they do a player preference. Maybe one guy's like, I'm not too confident with this. And it's like, you never know with this.
I can't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
It's
too much for me.
Well, it was a really nice strategy. And at some point, I actually did think they were on the winning hand for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, though, they did not win. Fortunately for Hellraisers, they did. Out of the last game, we were able to select one fight. I mean, it was, of course, a very fight-heavy game rather, but we selected one fight for Shane Analytics on a drawing board.
Welcome to the drawing board. So the fight we've actually chosen is the Roshan fight at the end of the game, and basically it completely changed the way the game was quite even, and any team could win at this stage. Okay. So let's take a look at the minimap first of all, and keep a pause for a second. Okay, so where's Beastmaster? He is actually up by the Ancient, so he's just like right there. So let's play and see what happens. All right, so Arts and Goddamn, they start initiate with the call down, and they're like, okay, go Tiny, but they don't actually focus Wisp, and Wisp is like.
That's the biggest mistake in this entire fight, though.
Let's pause. Okay, so pause. Brewmaster's over here. He blinks really aggressively, and. Let's play. And they don't actually get the Beastmaster roar on him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he gets a split off, and then all of a sudden, it's like, they go straight on the supports and make so much. Then Beastmaster comes in on Afro Ninja way too late.
And then in the meantime, Tiny is just still fighting illusions, still fighting a CK that has a tethered Wisp to him.
Yeah.
That he, I mean, 1 or 2 hits might have been able to take out that.
Can we watch that again, Scriff? One more time.
Because, I mean, there's basically 2 fights happening. And the Fissure is perfectly placed.
The Echo Slam as well was really, really nice. Oh, beautiful. They actually, that fight was really, really well played by Hellraisers.
Look at what Tiny is doing right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
this was so illusions. Sad. So sad.
The saddest Tiny you've seen in a while. I mean, he was doing pretty good before. I mean, there's still one Craigie exterior that comes out, but he's just taking so much damage. A crit from an illusion. Great. You're dead.
Yep. I don't know, I think Chappa kind of felt pressure there.
Yeah.
And they might have initiated too early with the Tiny straight in. Tough game.
Yeah, it was a tough game. To be honest, I think Hellraisers were also not expecting the aura strats.
I don't even know why. Like if someone drafts this against you, what do you think?
I don't know. Like I just looked at this draft and.
Like you think offlane Gyrocopter? Is that what?
I thought they were gonna like farm the Sven. Yeah. And then do offlane Gyrocopter. And I think Hellraisers also expected that because they went Puck safe lane.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's that works pretty well against Gyro.
Okay.
Overall, a good Good game to end the game up, to end the game with rather. We do have an interview ready, so we are gonna have a chat with Dread. Hello, Dread.
Hello there.
Hello, we meet again. Congratulations on winning your
thank you.
quarterfinals. And well played. That third game, though.
Yeah, thank you. But actually, I don't think it was well played by our team. It was really chaotic games, but still we win it. GG.
I have a question about the first game. When the PL teleported into the top lane, when the enemy team was pushing, when Chappa was pushing on the top lane, right before you lost your Rex, was there any kind of miscommunication? Like, what happened? How did that happen?
Well, there was question like, what happened? Why did you TP like that? But the answer is just chill guy. I just panicked. I didn't know what to do and stuff like this. Just TP it. Looks like he didn't paid a lot of attention to this game. I think maybe we thought that it will be easy games because the team we're playing against was pretty much unknown.
Oh, sorry for interrupting.
No, I've just finished. It's okay.
So you guys picked Brewmaster in this game. Was that down, like, what was the logic behind it? Because we don't really see Brewmaster that much anymore. Like,
well, the logic is they have a lot of tanky heroes with a lot of HP, and I knew that they are not going to do BKBs, at least early mid-game. Yeah. So I think this Panda with Yules, with stuns, and this disgusting skills could do this game great. But I actually didn't expect that top lane will be so good.
Yeah, when you saw their draft, like, did you guys predict the lanes at all, or was it just kind of like, what's going on?
Well, actually, the first minutes when we saw the heroes and who's playing what, it was pretty clear for us.
Yeah, just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question for game one. So they picked Silencer, and then you picked Storm, I think fourth pick into that. What was the reasoning behind picking Storm at that point against the Silencer?
Well, I don't think Silencers counter Storm too much because he have only global ulti, which he have to use not to counter Storm. He needs to use it when they're combining some team fight, some great team fight with their ultimates, but not to counter Storm. So actually, I think it's not counter Storm at all.
Okay.
But about first game, the main thing was that we was pretty sure that they're gonna pick Magnus second pick, so we picked Batrider. My logic was like, we pick Batrider now, they will definitely pick Magnus instead of Venge, and then everything will be okay because they don't have Venge and stuff like this. But what I see at second pick stage, they pick Venge, and first question, why didn't you ban Venge? And I don't have answer for that. He just forgot about this. This hero.
It happens. It was the first game of the series, people forget things.
Yes, of course.
And the second game was definitely a lot more dominant, especially with Queen of Pain getting quite a few lucky runes. Did you notice that, or at least do you talk about that kind of stuff also, like getting a haste rune, first rune, regen rune, second rune?
Well, no, nobody talks about it. You can talk if enemy team has so lucky cop. But if your cop is lucky, it's okay. It's good.
That's good.
It definitely was good. Now we're gonna see you again tomorrow up against Team Tinker. So we're gonna let you rest for now. Do you have any last words or shout outs you want to do while we have you here?
Well, thank you all for watching, for cheering for us, and sorry for this kind of bad game. We didn't actually practice much lately because of we're doing visas in USA for next event there, Red Bull.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you too, and hopefully for you, we'll talk to you again tomorrow after semifinals.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. And that was, of course, Dread from Team Hellraisers, who will be the 4th team in the semifinals for tomorrow, which is going to all happen tomorrow. So let's take a look at the brackets and see what we got then for our games starting tomorrow. So the first semifinals are the winners of the quarterfinals of yesterday, and that's 2 open qualifier teams: Yellow Submarine, able to beat 4 Clovers and a Leprechaun, and Vega Squadron, able to beat Game Online. And then, of course, today we saw Team Tinker take out Aspera and Hellraisers beating Chappa just now. So those will be our 4 teams for tomorrow. Any predictions? Any games that you... Well, not necessarily predictions. I want to know which matchup you look forward to most of these.
Honestly, the Vega and Yellow Submarine game, because I think Vega played kind of very well.
Yeah,
they did, and Yellow Submarine have a lot to prove, and I really want them to go far, like, because I don't really know them that well, and I'd like to interview them again and just learn more about the team.
Fair enough.
Well, Team Tinker against Hellraisers. I think that's going to be really good.
Should be good. It's both a bit. I mean, for Team Tinker versus Hellraisers, both teams in our qualifiers at least have been slightly hit and miss in the game. So we're gonna see who has the better day there. I think that's gonna be one of the main questions there. Before we say goodnight to you, because this was indeed the last series, I am gonna ask Shane once again to hold up the box. You don't have to unpack at this time, but you can hold it up. That's fine. It's a keyboard. You can also win a headset or a mouse pad, and you can win them by going to facebook.com/ROG Nordic, and there you can vote on your most MVP hero of this week's qualifier. So it has to be specific for this week's qualifier, and then on Friday we'll reveal which hero the winner is. And if you're lucky, you're gonna get chosen by ASUS, who is all in charge of that, by the way. So we are in charge of choosing the hero, but ASUS takes care of all the rest. Just a heads up. So even if you did say the right hero, there's a chance you might still not win.
Okay.
Depending on your motivation. Still, it's gonna be important as well. So any final words for today?
Thank you to ASUS for actually getting this whole team together. Like, honestly, they sponsored the whole tournament. You guys should show them support as well if you like this. Cheers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty glad I got to see Sven going Aganos. That was
that
cool.
was awesome.
Yeah,
that really was really cool. Like,
it worked-ish.
It did work.
Almost.
I think it worked.
Almost.
I think it would, like, if they didn't have that misplay of Roshan, like, honestly, I think it would have worked. Like, it was hilarious how much damage they were doing. They had like so many auras. I don't know. I want to see them guys in a different. I want to see them play more. So.
Well, not at this qualifier.
I'll find them.
Yeah, you can probably find them somewhere. Indeed. Until tomorrow, by the way, because we're going to be leaving you. And tomorrow at 17:30 CEST, we'll be back with a pre-show. 1800 CEST for the first game, which is going to be Yellow Submarine taking on Vega Squadron. And we'll see you then.
Let it go, can't hold it back.